We're on Negaim Perek Yud Gimel, Mishnah Bet. Second Mishnah in the 13th chapter of Masechet Negaim. So we're talking about the destruction of a house, and we said that when you scrape a house, when after the first seclusion, if the tzarat doesn't spread, so you have to remove and scrape the rock, choletz. Okay, so you have to remove a rock, as opposed to if after the second week, then it still comes back, you have to destroy the house. You have to be notate. So it says the Mishnah, ha'even shebezavit. If you have like a corner rock, so with the corner rock, she beino ubein chavero b'shutafut. So it's like a foundation rock in the house that you share with your neighbor. It says the Mishnah, bismanchu choletz. When you have to remove that rock, choletz et kulo. You have to remove both rocks. Okay, you have to the whole thing, i.e., not just my side, but the side of the other guy, the guy who I share the rock with. Even though we have an adjoining rock, it's in the corner between you and your partner. You have to remove the whole. You have to remove the whole rock. Ubizmanchu notates. But if you have to destroy the house, then interestingly, notates et shelo umeniach et shel chavero. You only have to destroy. You have to chisel out the part that belongs to you and yours part of the house. But you can leave the part that belongs to your friend. Why? The Bartanura says, if you look at the psukim, and here we are, I'm looking at the psukim from Vayikra Perek Yudalet, it says, V'tzivak otein v'chiltzu et ha'abanim. They plural, must remove the rocks. So therefore, it refers to you, whoever owns the house jointly. Whereas when it says, if it spreads, then it says, V'natatz et habayit. Natatz is in the singular, that he must destroy the house. So therefore, that's exactly what the Bartanura says. The Bartanura says, Yashina v'chiltzu. Okay, but if netitza, dagabe nititaktiv et avanav ve'et eitzav. His rocks and his wood. Avanav shalo ve'etzav shalo. Only his. Okay, that's why nimtza, turns out, chomer b'chalitza b'netitza. Removal, chalitza, is more strict, chomer, than netitza, than destroying. Oh, Rabbi Lezer says something different. We're going to read it according to what the Kahati explains. Bayit habanoi rosh upitin. It's really a difficult way to understand it. Rosh upitin. Okay, it means head, and pitin is really an unusual kind of word. The Kahati explained that they had two kinds of rocks, two kinds of stones. So you see this in old buildings. They have the base rocks that were huge. Those are called rosh. Okay, and since they were so huge, they were shared by both sides. On the other end, there were other the higher levels were bricks. They were called pitin. They were much smaller, and they were not shared by both sides in a shared house. So therefore, I'm pretty sure it's what the Bartanura says. Oto even oto eitz face mitzad ma'arav nidvach shalo ulitzad ma'arav nidvach shechaver. I mean, it holds that's shalota even. That's called rosh. Rosh is one that holds that's both east and west, both sides of the wall. Okay, and the other ones, that only have one side, that's called pitin. That's rosh and pitin. So Rabbi Lezer says, Baita b'nei roshu pitin. If you have this house that's built with a base level for both sides, and then the higher levels that each one has their own side, nir'eh barosh notel et kulo. So he says that you Tanakama said when you're notates, you only notates et shalo. You only take out your half of the rock. He says no. If the tzarat is found in the rosh, in the base rock, which shares both sides, you take out the whole thing, even the titza, notel kulo. But pitin, but if you see it only in the upper bricks, notel chalo, then you take yours and you leave your friends because it's not the same rock. So that's a machlokit between. So according to the Bartanura, the way the Kahati explains it, Rabbi Lezer is arguing on the Tanakama and saying that when you're notates, you also have to be notates the whole rock. We'll stop here, dedicate our learning to memory of my father, Rab Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Make it a great day.